All right, good morning, everybody. We just want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. So I'm here, and who else have I got with me this morning?
Madeline Cox.
Madeline Cox is my co-narrator this morning. And granddaughter. Yeah, of course. And so here's the movie we made for you this morning. We are going to go feed some calves this morning. Got a little frost last night, and it's hanging around here this morning. I don't know how it was a killing frost or not, but it was a pretty solid frost. So I've just got done feeding all the cows, and I've got those calves fed back there that we just flew over. And we're going over to the west side to feed about 50 calves over there. And we'll just kind of take you along with us here. That's looking out to the north pasture. And when Maddie was watching this earlier, what did you see out there? Do you remember what you saw?
I saw a bunch of cows and some trees, and I saw Pops riding in the Polaris.
And there was 4 animals you saw somewhere right about in here somewhere. What were those animals? You remember?
No.
They weren't cows, remember?
No.
And
they were deer.
They were deer, yeah. Yeah, there was 4 deer there. So we're looking over to the west side there, and you can see Dean's kind of right in the middle of the screen there, nice and green still, but I think that's probably going to change after this frost. The frost, I think it was pretty hard frost. Although the sun came out and it warmed up, there's the deer. You can see the deer right now. See right in the middle of the screen? 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're on the move there this morning. I didn't hear any shots, so I don't think anybody's out hunting today, which is kind of surprising. This should be a pretty big hunting day, I think. All right, so here we go. I'm driving the Polaris. You can kind of see me just to the very left of the screen. And I'll stop here, I think, and let myself catch up to the drone. So this is a bit complex. I've got my coffee with me. I'm driving and I'm flying. So I'm driving, flying, and drinking, which is probably illegal in 49 states. But it is a little complex. There we go. So I can see me chucking along there on the north side of Dean's place. And we're headed over west there. It's a beautiful morning, so it did get cool, as I said, but it's warming up quickly. Not much wind really this morning. Just going to be a beautiful day. Supposed to get up into the mid-60s and maybe 70 tomorrow, so by midday here we're going to have a really pleasant day. You can see the fishing pond just to the left there. That's Catfish Pond. And catfish, yeah. Remember the catfish? Do you? Uh-huh. So tell people what you're doing right now. What are you doing?
Suicide.
Oh, watching the movie. Yeah, watching the Thanksgiving Day Parade, right? On the TV there. And then we come back to the backside. There's the bass pond on the right, and we're going to head up here towards the highway. So I got to get back here and do some shredding on the dark side. Haven't been back there since last year probably to do shredding, so need to get that place cleaned up going into the winter. So I'm still driving, trying to catch up to where the drone's at, and should be getting there pretty quickly. Maddie's going to go with me here later today. We got to put out some mineral, and we're going to gather up some firewood. We're going to have a bit of a bonfire here later this afternoon.
Bonfire with my brother and Grandpa.
And so we should have a fun afternoon here, I think. The weather's going to be just beautiful for it. Okay, there I am, coming into view. I'm just coming into the pasture there, the west pasture. And you remember what I want to do when I get in here this pasture, Maddie? What do I do?
Straighten out the bunks.
Yeah, I have to straighten out the bunks because how come the bunks aren't need to be straightened out? You remember?
Because the cows were playing with them?
Yeah, the cows like to play with them. They kind of knock them out of alignment, don't they? So here we go. We're going to straighten out the bunks, and then I'll put some pellets in there before I go find the cattle. Remember where the cattle are at?
They're at the top of the...
Clear up the top of the pasture, aren't they? There's the catfish pond again from another angle. We might have to go fishing today. I'd kind of like to do a little fishing myself.
Yeah.
Would you be into that?
Yeah.
All right. You could throw a few rocks in the pond and keep the fish irritated. All right, so here we go. We're going to get out of there and line up those feed bunks. And then we'll dump our pellets in there, and then we'll go find the calves and bring them back to the bunk.
And then he pushed the button when he did the pellets.
You can push the button, can't you?
Yes, I can.
You're pretty good on the button, actually. And then when you do that, what do you get if you do the button well when we get back?
Popsicle!
Yeah, that's a reward right there. All right, so I'm out there getting the bunk straightened up, it looks like. Cattle are way on up to the south there. We're going to go fetch them here momentarily after we get the feeding done. Can't really see the frost on the ground even by this time of morning. It's probably getting close to 8 o'clock by the time I'm out there. Still got long shadows, so the sun's not very far up yet. But what are we going to be eating here later today?
Turkey!
Turkey? Who's cooking the turkey?
My daddy.
Your dad's cooking.
And I'm helping.
And you're helping? Yeah. What do we have to do yet this morning? What do we got on our list to do?
I'm gonna help put out mineral, and we need to
put out mineral and get firewood. Yeah. Firewood things should not be too hard. We got wood everywhere, don't we? Trees down everywhere. So we'll just have to. We're gonna use the chainsaw or the axe.
Both.
Both of them, yeah. So anyway, we'll go get some firewood. We're going to have a little bonfire here tonight probably and cook up some deer and hog. All right, so I want to bring the drone up there to a little closer to my business. And then you can watch. We're going to put some pellets in those bunks. Maddie's going to run an experiment while she's over here. What is it you're going to put in the feed? What are you going to try to put in the feed bunk to see if the cows like it?
Peanuts.
Peanuts. So we don't know if cows like peanuts, do we?
No, but...
Are they shelled peanuts, or are they still in the shell?
Still in the shell.
They're still in the shell. So we'll have to see whether cows like peanuts. We don't know. It's going to be an experiment. I think they'll probably like the peanuts, but I don't know. Hopefully they don't have any peanut allergies and get sick or something, but I don't think we'll have to worry about that. So I don't know how many pellets are actually left in this feeder. Michelle used it yesterday, and I don't know whether she emptied it halfway, as she usually would do, or left a little more, a little less than half. But as it turns out, she left plenty in there from yesterday, so I have to turn around and make another pass back down the bunks to get her emptied out. There we go. This is the Polaris we bought just for this very purpose. It doesn't really do much all year long, but haul this feeder around. Holds about 11 bags of pellets, and it really is a nice outfit. You can get around pretty quick with it, and does an excellent job of distributing the pellets. And so getting over here, particularly in the morning, you can do it quickly. And we got another pellet feeder we pull behind a tractor that holds more. And we feed up close with that, so we don't have to fill this one every other day right now. But we've got so we've got 50 head out in this pasture right here. We've got another 90 head that we need to get moved over here, and we'll do that this weekend probably. Those were the cattle you saw in the pens at the start of the video. So I got the stock trailer up here at the house. I put two new tires on it. So the stock trailer is going to be 14 years old here in January, and 2 of the tires were still original, and so I've replaced those. Just picked them up yesterday and put them back on last night. So trailer's ready to go. We'll probably haul the cattle over there. It's easier than trying to chase them down the highway and all the risk entailed with that. So I think that's what we'll do. Probably move them about tomorrow over there. All right, so got the pellets there in the feed bunk. The next thing is going to be to head off to the south here and see if we can find the cattle, and we'll lead them back. And and I like to put the pellets out first so that I don't have them crowded around me when I'm trying to put the pellets in the bunk. So put the feed out and then go get the cattle is kind of the way I do it. There's a look a shot across Deans and on to the south, so you can tell the shadows are still long, still pretty early in the day. Alright, so we're going to head on up there on the other side of the trees, and the cattle are just about clear up to the other end by the road there. But they'll see me coming here after a bit and kind of come and meet me halfway, I think. There's the other pond in this pasture. It doesn't have any fish in it. It went completely dry in 2011, but has really held water quite well since then. We didn't have it dug out or anything. You know, this other pond at the clear north end there, it's really deep and always holds water and got big catfish in there. All right. And there's the neighbors on the other side, the guys from Houston. Kind of use it as a weekend place, and I think rents the pasture out to somebody. And deer hunts up here. Got deer blinds all over the thing. I'm trying to get my utility vehicle caught up to the drone here. This area, this pasture's rough. It's just had tons of hog damage. And there we go. There I finally caught up.
Here's what I found on the web for this
Alright, so trekking on up there through the trees, and the cattle are going to be just up there a little ways. Well, I've lost my co-narrator. She's abandoned ship and headed back to the house, I think. We're sitting out in the shop, or I am sitting out in the shop, just trying to find a quiet spot to do this. The fishing thing sounds good. I think I'll maybe try to work that into my day here. Dave and Jen are here, of course, with Maddie. Ralph and Sue are coming over this afternoon, or for lunch, or for Thanksgiving dinner. I think they should be here before, probably about noon time, something like that. All right, so I think you can almost see the cattle up there, top of the screen, flying over the last row of trees there. And yeah, you can see where I'm parked right there. And cattle are just right on up there. You can see the cattle real plainly right now. I'm going to bring it down from about 120 feet down to about 20 feet, and I want to buzz over the top of the cattle so you can get a good look at them there. You can see that we shredded this pasture earlier in the year. You can still see the rounds that we made, I think. Hogs have been over here doing tremendous damage. They've really come back with a vengeance. And you can see them on just about any day now, and the damage that they've done. This pasture has woven wire fence on 3 sides, but it needs it on 4 sides, obviously. On 2 sides, I guess. It's got woven wire just on 2 sides. We need to get some on the north end and then on the east end. Alright, so here we go. We're going to buzz over the top of these calves. They're really doing well. They're all just really healthy and doing well. Alright, my helper's back. So what you been doing?
Collecting rocks.
Collecting rocks, okay. Boy, you have got a lot of rocks.
Big rocks.
And big ones, yeah, for sure.
Medium.
And medium, of course. Alright, turn around. We'll buzz them back the other way, and my battery gets so low on this drone, and then the drone just says, hey, see, I'm going home. And it does that again to me today. I suppose there's a way you can bypass that, but like most things, I don't know how to do it. So here